Okay, we need to give this a little bit more airtime. Potentially the biggest step forward for Lunar Classic that we've had in a number of months. This is pretty big and we need to talk about it. So before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to the channel, keep up to date. We're also going to take a look at AI price predictions. Why not? It's all part of the current ecosystem. Now, getting into it, we do have upgrade version 1.1. Now, I talked about this yesterday in my update video. I'll leave a link down in the description to have a look at that. But ultimately, what is it we have done? Well, we have passed this proposal. You can see here the pass threshold and we smashed through it. What does it tell us? The community is ever increasing and want those Binance burns back. This is ultimately the upgrade to version 1.1, which allows all the three parts and the three elements of the Binance burns to resume coming the 1st of March. Now, the 27th of February is the last day of the volume through, and then we will get the burn come through on March the 1st. Now, before we go deeper into this video, I do want to take a quick word from our sponsor, CryptoDrop.net. And we're back here over on CryptoDrop.net, taking a look at these case openings. We're going to go for the Bitcoin all-in case. It's a $9 case. We're going to open 10 of these. Now, remember, all of these have some of your favorite cryptocurrencies in there, and you can walk away with more than you pay. Equally, it can work the other way around. Always be mindful of that. Now, we can obviously sell, and equally, we can go again. So we're going to open these cases. Once again, 10 cases in total. You can see there Polygon Matic, Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, as well as Luna, all in this case, and XRP. Now, what do we come in at? You see the Shiba Inu coming in, 222,000 Shiba Inu in this case. You can see there we can sell this for $1,021, so a big amount of Bitcoin in this case. You can see there 0.04, so a big win. We can take our winnings on specific coins or the whole part. Now, equally, we can take our entire winnings out onto any of the blockchains we have. Now, we can also put our own case, the case craft, which is a new feature of Crypto.net. We can see here $412 is our crypto case, with a potential earnings here of $1,650 or a potential loss down to $103. We're going to spin the case and see what we come up with, and we came out with a $422 case, and we're going to take our winnings out of there. Like I said, we can deposit. There's no fees, there's no limits in which you can withdraw to, and you can withdraw to many different chains over from CryptoDrop.net. Thank you so much for them to sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into the action. So it does become incredibly important both where the price is at when the time of this burn, and equally supporting seamlessly Binance reburning of Lunar Classic. It is and fundamentally was the biggest burn we had on the network. So this is incredibly important for the longevity of Lunar Classic. It does absolutely set a precedent in terms of what we want and equally what we need, which is a continuation of removing that Lunar Classic supply. Now, taking a quick look at the markets, we've seen Bitcoin is just holding around 24.2. We did see a big red candle yesterday, albeit does look like it's in a positive momentum on the up. Lunar Classic followed pretty much in suit. Now, we broke out of this channel. We're hoping for a big move up in Lunar Classic today, breaking back into the 17s. It's a tall ask. However, I think if the market moves, we could see this push back up, or certainly over the next couple of days, we want to start to move back into this channel, back to testing this 50-day EMA to really grow some support and positive movement. Now, we've got a couple of great proposals that we've talked about. Like I said, the Binance burn will absolutely generate more interest and hype back into Lunar Classic. It's how we capitalize on it, how we bring more people in, how we build those staking platforms and staking rewards, and equally the more people staking their Lunar Classic. Now, before we get into the Binance burns, I do want to talk a little bit about this. Now, AI is the hottest topic right now out there in cryptocurrency, and for a bit of fun, but with a true meaning, and something we probably need to talk about, is a machine learning algorithm sets Terra Classic Lunar price for March the 1st. Now, remember straight away before we talk about this, this is not financial advice. This is absolutely not investing advice, and anything you read in this article should not be given as a factual element. But I do think it's important, and we can context it in terms of what it's talking about. So ultimately, what does it do? Well, it says, in regard to Finbold has looked at possible LUNC future price performance as presented by the crypto tracking platform Price Prediction, which leverages machine learning algorithms. The platform projects that Lunar Classic will likely undergo a sustained correction in the coming days to trade at the 30156 on March the 1st, 2023, according to the date retrieved on Feb 22nd. Now, there's a couple of important points to reference here. March the 1st will be where we get the Binance burn. So if you're out there thinking, oh, again, it's going to go down, I don't want it to go down, I want the price to go up, actually remember a lower price means more tokens burned. So if you're in this long term, and I talk about this quite a while, the price of Luna Classic, if you again are in this long term, being lower supports the amount of coins being burnt, is absolutely intrinsical in being the two links. Now, here's my magic spreadsheet. You guys have always seen this a few times now. I've had to put in potentially what the next 5 days, including today, would look like from volume. But what does it all kind of work out to? Well, if we take the current price, which is 16,395, we're potentially going to be in and around the 10.3 billion coins, which would then give us the 50% burn rate of about 5.1 billion. Now, again, it's not the biggest burn in the world. However, what we need to do is start to build that back up with Binance, and volume is critical. That's the one thing where we will get a significant burn. Now, if the price is what it's predicted on the AI goes down, then if we said we're in the 15 threes, we then all of a sudden burn a 20 million additional coins. We could even argue and say, well, we could even go a bit lower and argue and say, well, okay, let's say it drops to the 14s. We're in the 6 billion coin mark range. So time will tell. Remember, they are specifically just from Binance. But we'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think the price is going to be on the 1st of March? We might even do a little cheeky giveaway for the one who is closer. But as ever, thank you so much. And if you like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to get yourself some Luna Classic with cheap trading fees, head on over to Mexi, link in the description, where you can get yourself $100 worth of bonuses over the course of the next 5 days. Equally, you're going to get 30% cheaper trading fees depending on the volume. You do need to deposit, first-time depositors, and also sign up. It's free, so worthwhile checking out in the link. As ever, thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one.